Hey there everyone, Tangent back again with another video. This time we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite hobbies, and that is Magic the Gathering. Specifically, we're going to be talking about one of the newer set, which is actually a retro throwback set, Time Spiral Remastered, which just came out a couple weeks ago. It was a fairly popular set with a lot of really iconic cards back in the day, and so they kind of conglomerated them all into one big set for a re-release, with some updated art, some better cards in the time-shifted slot, and a few different things like that. And honestly, it has been selling like absolute hotcakes and absolute bangers. It's something I wish I would have gotten a booster box of. Unfortunately, this is just the leftover empty booster pack I got from my local game store when I bought out the remainder of their packs. They were actually selling them for, selling their box for, I think it was $260. Which now, in hindsight of only about a week, that was a huge mistake and regret on my part in the fact that I didn't pick it up, because now you would be hard-pressed to find one that isn't $350 to $400. But even though it is that high, I'm here to tell you that I don't think that's so high that you shouldn't buy it. In fact, I am almost assuredly going to buy a box of this still. And that's because this set is just straight gas in terms of value. There is an absurd, ludicrous amount of money to be made in Time Spiral Remastered. And I'm going to show you guys kind of why. So I have limited amount of cards from this set so far. I think I was able to get 17 booster packs. And then I think my girlfriend was able to get a couple herself. And the pulls were pretty absurd, but I'm also a big fat luck sack. So for starters, we're just going to kind of take a look at some of the rares that I got. I mean, they're not all winners. I mean, they can't all be. I got some decent ones, like we got some Swarmyard, we got Drenano or whatever. Extirpate, which is a fine rare to have from time to time. It's definitely gone down in value. It needed the reprint, if we're being honest. Miri the Curse is a whatever card. Nether Trader is okay. Slivers are always fun. This is actually like $1 or $2. Flagstone's a twerk here, needed a decent reprint. Walk the Ends is a fun commander card. More Slivers, Magus, Shapeshifter. Here I kind of started to hit some of my money cards. So here we got, I got a Pact Negation, which is, I think, in the top 5 most expensive cards in the set. I think this is about a $20, $15 bill at this point. Lotus Plume, like I said, unfortunately I didn't get a box itself, so I didn't get the buy a box booster, which I think that card is actually going to be worth a decent amount of money because it's got the retro time-shifted frame. Like I said, I'm a big old luck sack. I got the Sliver Legion. I mean, not going to complain about getting that, not one little bit. Summoner's Pact is okay as well, and then I got Akroma's Memorial as one of the higher-end mythics from the set. And those cards all combined, like, they've got some decent value collectively to them, but, for buying, 16, 17 packs, whatever I said, that's, I mean, obviously getting this, I've made my money back, easily, hands down, for the most part, when you think about some stuff. But it's not necessarily that it's just these rares. The real perk of Time Spiral Remastered is that it has the time-shifted slot that was back in the original Time Spiral. But these new time-shifted cards are actually modern cards that are retro time-shifted. So what essentially happens with this set is that it functions as double masters, in the sense that you are likely going to get double rares from your packs. So just to kind of take you guys down some of the road that I got, what I got from some of my double rares for retro time shifted is like, I got a Mystic Confluence, True Name Nemesis, Kiki-Jiki, Right in the Weather Craze okay, Panharmonicon's pretty fantastic. We got ourselves an Abrupt Decay as well, 2 Exquisite Firecrafts, Mirror Entity, and then a Leveler. So they're not all hits, obviously, but I mean, when you can just get like the double rares from this set, collectively, of the 16 packs I got, I think I got about 30 rares. And particularly of note is that, right now these aren't worth a ton of money. I mean, obviously I didn't get a Thoughtseize or anything, or a Foil Ponder. We'll get to that. But Kiki-Jiki, people in any modern deck are going to want this version of, because honestly, it just looks better. All Magic players love the retro card frame. And honestly, so many of these new cards just look really good with it. Like True Name and Kiki-Jiki and Mystic Confluence specifically, they look like they were built for that card frame. It looks like it was their original card frame. Panharmonicon too, and honestly, even Leveler. Combo and Commander with Lab Maniac, the artifacts with the brown border, some of them just look better with that. I mean, the silver looks fine on it, but I mean, you can't tell me that a Akroma's Memorial with this on it wouldn't look badass. Like, there's just so much to be had from it and so many memories. And especially nowadays with, current Magic going so far off the deep end and trying to be, unique and original and all the secret layers and, the mystical, magical bonus crazy packs. It's just kind of nice to get a return to normalcy with some of these cards. And they just look sweet. Like, who doesn't want this? Like I said, I wish I could have gotten the retro throwback Thoughtseize or something. And so these are the rares, obviously, going there. But it's not necessarily where it stops. Because, I think there's even value to be found in some of the throwback commons and uncommons. Like, you got this, you got Slimefoot, he's fine in Commander as his Blighted Woodlands. Dignitary, he's not too bad either. But some of the better, commons and uncommons, you got your Tide Hollow Skullover. I think he's another one that just looks made for that retro gold border that they had back in the day. And same with Lava Spike, $5 bill here. Same with Vandal Blast. Modern staple, honest to God, a great sideboard card in Modern as well. And it looks right with that frame. And it's going to be something people are going to be seeking out. I know I'm going to be looking to get the Ancient Stirrings and the Sylvan Scribe because they just look better. We all like these throwback cards. And I think that's where a lot of this value in the set is. And particularly in the foils. So in terms of foils, I got these two foils as my rares, I got two, because like I said, Luck Sack, but I mean, they're fine, they're whatever, they're okay, I guess. But, where the real value shines in the set isn't necessarily that, it's got a Sliver Legion in it, it's got Damnation in it, it's got Tarmogoyf in it, which, by the way, is, at $30 right now, which you should just get it. Everybody should have a playset of Tarmogoyf at this point. I remember when Tarmogoyf never dropped below 100, and now it's just casually chilling at a cool $30. I want 20 of them. It's never going to be a bad card. As much as the power creep is happening in Magic, Tarmogoyf's never going to go away. But I digress. Back to what I was talking about, the foils. Not these foils, these foils. So I pulled this, a retro time-shifted Bojuka Bog. And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool that of all, the commons or the non-rares to get that wasn't, Ponder or something. I was like, Bojuka Bug, that's a pretty decent foil to get. Plus, it's got that dope-ass, Shooting Star. Can't go wrong there. And I was like, that's a pretty decent one to get because, Commander staple, it, honest to God, once again, looks great. Plus, upon doing some further research, I found that there was only ever one foil printing of Bojuka Bog before, and that was from its original set in World Wake. So tickle me surprised when that version of it was $11, and then this version, when I opened it, was valued at $75 and has now risen to over $100 for a foil common. And that's not even scratching the surface. $1,000 foil time shifted Thoughtseizes, Ponders. What are some of the other higher end ones? I can't even remember them off the top of my head. Honestly, Abrupt Decay is a good one to get if you get that in foil. That'd be amazeballs too. You got the Yawgmoth Thran Physician. He'd be a goodie as well. There's just, don't even get me started on True Name Nemesis, or Kiki Jiki too, honestly, at that point. Panharmonicon, it's a Commander staple. It'll never be bad. It's just, when you talk about those actual factual good cards, instead of, just novelty, good, good quality tech in a Commander deck, or even out of a side, or in the sideboard of a lands deck or something. The price values for those cards going forward is going to be astronomically high, and I just can't get enough of this set, and unfortunately, supply is so low is that I physically can't get any more of it, unfortunately. It honestly reminds me a ton of when Modern Horizons came out, because I got a sealed box of Modern Horizons here. Reminds me a lot of Modern Horizons in the way that I want a lot of this set. I drafted the crap out of Modern Horizons. I love all the cards from Modern Horizons. They were new, original, fun, and so far it's been paying dividends. I bought these for about $170. I think they're sitting about $250 a box right now or something, and they've just got good cards in them. And I see this going forward for Spiral Remastered kind of being the same stick, because it's only going to go up at this point because the value in this set may not necessarily be linked to the actual rares, although that will be a certain thing going forward, because like I said, Sliver Legion, you got Tarmogoyf and all those goodies like that, Damnation. Those are all amazing, fantastic cards that everybody's always going to want. Even Pact and Negation, too. It's Counterspell for free. What else do you want? There's just so much money to be made in these time-shifted cards. Like, any single one of these foil, even the garbage ones, even like a foil Slimefoot, like, he'd be at least a $10 card in a year or two. I would guarantee it. There is no doubt on my mind this set is just pure money, and you know, $370 or whatever it is for a box might sound like a lot, but I also thought $260 for a box was a lot, and then a week later it's up 100. So I think we just this is one of those things that, you know, supply and demand is going to be an issue, but if you ever have the opportunity to get any of your hands on these packs of Magic cards, I cannot stress enough that you should do it. The set is just nutter butters. Like I said, I bought out my LGS when they said they didn't have any boxes left, and they only had, I think it was like 13 extra packs left, and I was like, I will take them all. They're all mine. I want them, and this is what I got to show for it. And honestly, even taking out, you know, the crisp $100 bill that is the Bajuka Bog, you know, I still more than made my money back, and I guarantee, like, a ton of these cards are just going to go up. Particularly, like I said, the time-shifted cards. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, because I feel really strongly about Magic the Gathering. I feel really strongly about this set because it's just amazing from a financial perspective, and I want to draft the crap out of it. But obviously I didn't get enough packs for that. But like I said, I'm going to try to get a box down the line. I'm going to try to draft with it, maybe hold on to some of the extra packs, see what I can do there, and just kind of pick it up where I can, you know. We can't always get a hold of what we want, but we'll see where that goes. Anyway, that's been my Magic the Gathering video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about, you know, your thoughts on Time Spiral Remastered. You know, is it going to be worth a ton of money? It is going to be worth a ton of money, like Mucho Johnny Manziel dinero money. You know, let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know your thoughts on this. Did you get some of yourself some Time Spiral Remastered? I've been Tangent. You guys have been awesome, and I will catch you.